ESPN, the Bears Sports Network.
We are live from Flea tonight, where it is baseball night. Hey, everybody, I'm Jonathan Tullis. Thank you for joining us here on BSPN, the Bears Sports Network. Chris C. will be joining us in just a little bit. Tonight's contest features the McComb Tigers coming in with a record of 4-0. I know in years past we haven't been able to really say that, but they're having some pretty good success this year. So they are coming in undefeated here into Flea, whereas our Bears are still looking for their first win of the season as they come in with a record of 0-6. So been some bright spots, though, for West Lincoln this year. In spite of the losses, we still have some great performances by several of our players, including Ben Segrist leading the team in batting average as well as home runs with gone yard twice. So still some pretty big bright spots for West Lincoln this year, still, even though in spite of the fact that they're struggling. So we are going to have our starting lineup here in just a moment. As a matter of fact, they just concluded the plate meeting, so we'll have the starting lineup right now.
Once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Flea Hop for tonight's baseball game between the McComb Tigers and your West Lincoln Bears. Now presenting the starting lineups. First for McComb, leading off playing center field, number 5, Antonio Dyson. Batting second baseman, number 3, Kenmar Page. Batting third, the pitcher, number 1, Jalen Lewis. Batting fourth, catcher, number 4, Maris Gatlin. Batting fifth, third baseman, number 6, G. Lewis. Batting sixth, left fielder, number 13, Terrence Bolton. Batting seventh, right fielder, number 10, Xavier Sparkman. Batting eighth, shortstop, number 2, Travius White. And batting ninth, first baseman, number 8, Jeremiah Johnson. They are joined with the rest of your McComb Tigers. And now the starting lineup for your West Lincoln Bears. Leading off, the pitcher, number 23, Ben Segrist. Batting second, the shortstop, number 1, Jackson Smith. Batting third, catcher, number 18, Brody Dillon. Batting fourth, first baseman, number 10, Robert Waldrop. Batting fifth, second baseman, number 21, Trent Davis. Batting sixth, designated hitter, number 6, Dawson Smith. Batting for right fielder, number 4, Josh Quinn. Batting seventh, left fielder, number 12, Kason Lofton. Batting eighth, third baseman, number 19, Dawson Smith. And batting ninth, center fielder, number 20, Trey Merritt. Joined with the rest of your West Lincoln Bears. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your headgear as we honor our country with the playing of the national anthem. All right, so there we have it, the starting lineups for the Tigers and the West Lincoln Bears coming in, still looking for their first win of the season.
And as the Tigers continue to go, or want to continue rather to go undefeated. So hopefully our West Lincoln Bears will be giving them a little bit of a hard time doing that tonight. Again, on the mound tonight, Ben Segrist, number 23 for West Lincoln. And tonight, let's see, I just had. Yep, coming in ERA of 5.73. So he'll be looking to improve on that tonight as the Bears again. It is baseball night here in Flea Hop. And if you're coming to the game, you may notice we're doing a different musical theme every evening. And tonight's musical theme is going to be dance music. I've got YMCA lined up. I got the cha-cha slide. I got all the good stuff. So if you're going to be here tonight, you're going to be able to move and groove in the seats. And also want to welcome our new sponsor, Bufkin Dozer, sponsoring the West Lincoln pitchers strikeouts this year. So thanks to Bufkin Dozer for coming in and joining us as a sponsor here on BSPN. We really appreciate them, and we'll be mentioning them every time one of the Bears pitchers throws a strikeout. I also want to thank Pike National Bank, Chris C. Alpha Insurance McComb, Franklin Ready Mix, as well as, I just lost it, Corey Myers at Higginbotham Insurance, and Wilson Timber. Thank you very much for all of your sponsorship here on BSPN, making all of our coverage possible here. All right, ball going down to second base. We are about to get underway. There's Chris C.
Leading off for the Tigers, number 5, Antonio Dyson.
So that'll bring up Antonio Dyson to the plate for McComb. And first pitch going to be taken for a ball. Chris, how's it going?
Yeah, doing good. Glad to be here. Sorry I'm a little late.
Well, that happens. I know you got to leave in a little bit to go conduct a meeting.
Yeah, Booster Club meeting at 6:30 tonight. We had to push it back a couple days due to circumstances we couldn't overcome, just absences. This busy time of the year in the spring with sports going on, different sports, and a lot of sports going on the same nights.
Yeah, sure is. And we got baseball obviously in action. Softball also in action tonight. Hopefully we'll be bringing you some updates on them. Also archery having a meet.
That's right.
So
that's right. Yeah, the basketball finished up I guess that was last week.
Put into play, fielded, throw right in time for the first out.
So that ended the round ball, or the big round ball, I guess, and now on to baseball, softball, and track, and archery, and several other things.
Now batting number 3, Kenmar Page.
Going to bring up Kenmar Page. I just realized I didn't have Game Changer up on this other tablet. Getting started a little early, as you may see here, Chris. That
I was thinking
never
6
happens.
o'clock. Yeah, I know. I was thinking 6 o'clock, so I was going to slide in just in the nick of time.
Well, I'll tell you a secret. Originally, there was supposed to be a JV game, and that got canceled as Page fouls off his next pitch. So that got canceled. I guess McComb forgot because they've been here since about 4 o'clock. They were here when I came to set up at 4 o'clock.
McComb was here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. They've got enough folks in the dugout. They should have had a JV team. Or
They were planning to play, and they didn't. Like I said, didn't realize that we were not able to play. So
another big strike by Ben Segrist there.
That'll bring up 2 outs now. Oop.
Now batting number 1, Jalen Lewis.
That'll bring up Jalen Lewis for the Tigers. McComb coming in undefeated, Chris. Didn't know if you heard me talking about that.
No, I didn't. Like I said, I was on the road and wasn't able to tune in. McComb usually has a decent baseball league. There, a lot of these guys go through the Pike County Youth Sports down there and
count 2 and 1.
Continue on from Little League on up to to play junior high and high school baseball at McComb.
Yeah, I'm trying to log into Game Changer and it's giving me some fits. So You wonder what I'm doing, that's what I'm doing. 2-2 the count. And next pitch, that's going to be way outside and low for ball 3. Full count. Swung on and missed for strike 3, and that's going to do it.
I know this Bear squad would love to give McComb that L.
Yep, so and would also like to pick up their first win of the season.
That's right. It'd be a great moral booster for them, to pick up the win tonight, especially against the undefeated McComb team that's come in real strong. So.
Absolutely. All right, so we'll cut away for a moment, and we'll have the bottom of the first coming up here on BSPN, the Bear Sports Network.
Leading off for West Lincoln, number 23, Ben Segrist.
All right, kind of cutting it a little close coming back here, but nonetheless, here we go with Ben Segrist leading off the bottom of the second, swinging on and getting strike 1 right away.
Yeah, it looked like a little low and outside there for Ben. I think that one slipped off the plate on him.
Swung on and missed once again for strike 2. That pitch has some gas on it.
I mean, who's pitching?
That is
Jalen Lewis.
Jalen Lewis, yes.
Oh, a little inside.
Way inside. So 1-2 now the count on Segrist. Segrist leading the team in batting average, batting .438 on the year.
Yeah, Robert sent me a video the other day, and he went yard at Bogachita.
I saw that.
Saturday. That's awesome.
So the 0-2 to Segrist. Right up the pipe for strike 3.
Yeah, Lewis.
So that'll bring up Jackson Smith.
Definitely throwing the ball. I don't know what grade he's in.
Jackson Smith.
So Jackson Smith will be coming up to bat now. Yeah, McComb's been a pretty decent team so far this year. That one way inside, nearly got him.
I still don't know what grade he's in.
I'll try to look at their roster between innings.
Well, that's what I said I was looking on here, but it doesn't give us anything there.
Yeah, they got a roster on Max Preps. I was looking at it earlier. Next one high and inside for ball 2. Brody Dillon on deck. And the 2-0. Inside once again. So way different pitching scheme here from what we saw on the last batter.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was going to say.
That was going to be high and sent him down to first base.
Yeah, he was bringing the heat right down the middle against Ben and then kind of fell off the table there on Jackson. So
Now batting for West Lincoln, number 18, Brody Dillon.
So that'll bring up Brody Dillon. Yeah, if my voice cracks a little bit, Chris, I had strep throat the other day.
Oh, really?
Still kind of getting over that, or the after effects of it. Checking Jackson over at first. No problem. I don't even think he moved off the bag. Dillon awaiting his first pitch. And delivers. Smith going to go.
Looks like he's going to arrive safe there at second and go.
Yeah, thought about going to third, but ball wasn't far enough out in the outfield for him to risk it. Well, I thought that was a strike. That was a ball. According to the scoreboard, anyway. Didn't he swing?
I got too tangled up.
Yeah, okay. I thought I saw on the corner out of my eye string. All right, 1-0 apparently is the count, so we'll go with that. We'll go with it.
He wasn't watching either.
Feigned to throw over to second, but nobody was even there. Smith stayed over there at second base. Yeah, Gavin actually had a track meet the other day and did pretty well in it.
Oh, really? What you running?
100, 200, and relay.
Really?
And the 1-0 high and inside for ball 2. Yeah, way different pitching assortment here than we saw with Seegers. I don't know. So 2-0 now on Dillon. Got Robert Waldrop on deck. Low and outside for ball 3. So 3-0 now on Brody Dillon. And the pitch coming from Lewis as he checks Smith at second. Low and outside for ball 4.
That's going to put some ducks on the pond for Robert coming in the 4-hole.
Next up for West Lincoln, number 10, Robert Waldrop. Courtesy runner at first, number 14, Ty Dice.
This first time anyway since I wasn't able to be at the last game because I was covering basketball, but first time I've seen Dice enter the game, which I know for at least a little while he was tied up with basketball.
Yeah, he had to finish out basketball season, I think. He should be a big benefit for the Bears on the base pads.
Runners at first and second with 1 out now for Waldrop. The official was,
What time, Var?
well, he was noting the runner on his lineup card.
Oh, okay.
Lewis checking his runners, taking his time, and delivers to Waldrop. Low and outside, wild pitch.
Inside looks like that's going to get past the catcher and able to advance the runners scoring positions.
Now, would you call that a wild pitch or a pass ball?
I'm going to say it's a pass ball.
Yeah, we'll go pass ball. So 1-0 count now. 2 runners in scoring position for the Bears. Waldrop awaiting the 1-0. Lewis taking his time. I thought they might have nipped the corner on that, but I guess it was a little too inside. Right at the letters, too. So hitters count now for Waldrop, 2-0.
Yeah, I think Robert's going to take a swing at one here if he gets one a little close. It's a good position to be in as a batter.
That was going to be too high for him. 3-0 now on Waldrop. The 3-0. Got the outside corner for strike one. Man, that was right there on it.
Strike zone got big off us.
It seems like
or
it,
wait,
doesn't
we're back
it?
to those original pitches from the first batter when Ben was facing catching that outside corner there. I guess
Got him right on the spot again. Fill the count up, 3-2.
Yeah, I'm going to go with strike zone got big again.
Lewis about to bring the payoff
That was a
pitch.
good pitch, but I still don't think it was quite what he needed there. So
put that one in play, going to short and bobbled. Waldrop going to get thrown out at first, but the runner still scores.
Yeah, great play by number 2 there, Page at shortstop. After bobbling that ball, he was able to get in his hand and make a throw over to Tre'Davious White, number 8 at first base, and he was able to tag the runner.
So that'll bring up Trent Davis now as the Bears off to a 1-0 lead. And he's going to wear that one, so we got runners at the corners now.
Trent's going to take that one in the backside and get his free base.
Next up for West Lincoln, number 6, the DH, Dawson Smith.
I would expect to see Trent traveling to second base pretty quick here to get those 2 runs in scoring position for Dawson at bat.
Absolutely, and actually, Coach from McComb going to come out and have a chat with his hurler. So yeah, West Lincoln Booster Club, which BSPN is a project of the West Lincoln Booster Club. Going to be meeting tonight, Chris. What are some things y'all might be talking about tonight?
6:30. We got a few things on the agenda. A few things for baseball. Archery has a few things we got to talk about tonight. Several little small items. It's not going to be a long meeting, so hopefully it won't be away too long. But a couple things we got to talk about. Like I said, this time of the year, it's just filling in the gaps with small stuff. Just coaches' need for their teams and players. So.
Absolutely, and of course, Booster Club sponsoring all of our athletics here. Not just I guess the big ones you could say, but taking care of all of our student athletes here at West Lincoln. As Smith has an 0-2 count now after fouling off his last pitch. We got a new sponsor, Chris. I'll tell you about him in just a moment after this pitch from Lewis.
Ooh.
And Smith's going to wear that one to load the bases.
Took that one on the shoulder. Don't look at mama and don't rub it.
Now batting for West Lincoln, number 12, Kason Lofton.
So that'll bring up Kason Lofton. Yeah, bringing on a new sponsor, Chris. Puffkin Dozer. Going to be sponsoring our strikeouts for the Bears on BSPN this year.
That's great. Glad to have them.
Absolutely. Yeah, Coach Gilbert texted me earlier today to remind me that he had signed them up, I guess, a couple of weeks ago. It's just the first time we've had an opportunity to mention them, so we do appreciate it.
Out of Monticello?
I believe so. So bases loaded with a 1-1 count now with a wild pitch. And that's going to score another run for West Lincoln.
Yeah, Dice is going to come in on the wild pitch there and score the run, which is going to move Waldrop to third and Smith to second.
So 2-1 count now on Lofton. Got the other Dawson Smith on deck. That one's going to be high. Ball 3 or ball 2. Is it 3 or 2?
2 is the scoreboard.
It's 3. It just changed it on Game Changer. And he'll walk. Load the bases up once again.
Now batting, number 19, Dawson Smith.
So this Dawson Smith going to be the 8th batter of the inning for West Lincoln. West Lincoln in a position they haven't been in this year, at least not very much. In leading 2-0. Here with 2 outs and bases loaded. That one going to be right on the inside corner for strike 1. So got Trey Merritt on deck. Should Smith make it on? Again, bases loaded with 2 outs. Another wild pitch. Runner's going to stay put this time.
We got a wild throw back to the pitcher.
So 1-1 count now on Smith. And that was going to be in the dirt for ball 2. So Lewis started out strong. Now he's kind of in a jam.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what's happened there. He's just take a deep breath and throw the baseball.
Surely he hadn't run out of gas already. As he delivers a 2-1, that was going to be way high and inside for ball 3.
The ball's got a lot of movement on it when he gets it under control. I don't know if you see that or not. I mean, it's got a lot of.
Just can't hit the spot.
Yeah.
The 3-1. And that's going to be ball 4 and bring in a run.
Next batter for West Lincoln, number 20, Trey Merritt.
So Merritt to be the 9th batter. Bears have batted around here in the bottom of the second or the bottom of the first. Off to a 3-0 lead over McComb, and now going to have an infield chat.
Yeah, it looks like third baseman Terrence Bolton will go out there and talk to his man and just take a deep breath, throw the baseball.
Yeah, it is good to see teammates holding each
yeah,
other
that's
up.
right. I mean, if you see a guy out there, kind of struggling or whatever, you walk out there and just let him take a breath,
And next we're going to be high and outside for ball 1.
Got a lot of eyes on you out there on the mound, I mean,
Absolutely.
Sometimes you feel that pressure, as a pitcher, and that's to know your teammates are, like you said, behind you and they got your back, so they'll throw something up there the guys can hit and let your defense work behind you. As a pitcher, that's what I've always thought is the way to handle it.
Absolutely. The 2-0 coming from Lewis. And that one's in the zone for strike 1. So 2 balls, 1 strike now on Merritt. Ben Segrist back on deck. Looking to avenge the strikeout he had as the first batter of this inning. That was going to be way outside. Balls, or the runners rather, going to stay put.
Yeah, Merritt's got to get that bat down right there. That was almost a foul ball off the back of the bat on his shoulder.
So 3-1 is the official call's time. Catcher's going to go have a word with his coach. Not something, granted, you see very often, but
I hope he's not going home.
He's walked in the dugout. Where's he going?
Oh, he's going to get a towel. Must have something in his eye.
Oh, okay. Definitely understandable. So 3-1 count.
Yeah, that AstroTurf home plate area we have here, of course, it has the black rubber or whatever, and sometimes I've heard catchers talk about that getting in your eyes or whatever. Just kicked up off of a cleat or a baseball hitting it or something,
The 3-1 coming to Merritt. And that one's going to be high for ball 4.
That's going to walk in Dawson Smith, number 6, Dawson Smith.
Now batting, number 23, Ben Segrist.
So Segrist to take his second at bat of the inning. 0-1 on the day with a strikeout. Next pitch from Lewis. That one's inside on the corner.
Yeah, I think that Ben regrets not taking a whack at that one right there.
Yeah, that one
I think that
could
might
have been put in play.
Been in his wheelhouse right there.
The 0-1. Try to put that one in play. It was going to go foul up third baseline. So 0-2 on Segrist.
All right, so he's got him barreled up now. Maybe timed out on that second pitch.
Next one swung on and missed for strike 3, and that's going to do it for the bottom of the first. We'll take a timeout, be back This is BSPN, the Bear Sports Network.
At Alpha, our friendly hometown team understands your life and unique needs. We understand you want great insurance coverage options, an easy claims process, and excellent service, all without breaking the bank. Call Alpha Insurance Agent Chris C. at 601-684-0500 for personalized service and products that fit your needs. Chris C. Alpha Insurance McComb, proud sponsor of the West Lincoln Bears and BSPN, the Bears Sports Network.
Maris Gatlin leading things off in the bottom of the top of the second from McComb. And going to pop his first pitch up for strike one on a foul ball. Chris C. stepping out for a few moments to attend to the West Lincoln Booster Club meeting. He'll be back shortly. As Gatlin, the catcher for the Tigers, comes into the box for the 0-1. And that one's going to be inside for ball one. 1-1 to count. Again, Ben Segrist on the mound for West Lincoln. And the pitch put into play. Segrist going to field it, and he'll do it himself over at first base, getting the first out of the inning.
Now batting from McComb, number 6, G. Lewis.
That'll bring up G. Lewis for the Tigers. And the next pitch from Segrist, high and inside for ball one. Next up from Segrist. He thought about swinging on it, but Lewis held back. Swung on and missed for that one for strike one. So 2-1 on G. Lewis. The first at bat of the game. 1 out here in the top of the second inning. And that was going to be outside for ball three. Next pitch from Segrist. And that was going to be low. Send Lewis down to first base.
Now batting number 13, Terrence Bolton.
So here comes Terrence Bolton, his first at bat for the Tigers of the game. One away, runner at first. After G. Lewis got walked. That was going to be low. And Lewis going to go on the pass ball. So that'll make the count 1-0. Runner at second base for McComb. The 1-0. Right off the pipe for strike one. Even count now, 1-1 on Bolton. So the ace is wild now on the scoreboard as Seegers comes set, checks his runner, and delivers. That was going to be in there for strike two, right at the letters. West Lincoln trying to protect a 4-0 lead. Swung on and missed for strike three. So that's going to be a Buffkin dozer strikeout for Ben Segrist.
Now batting for the Tigers, number 10, Xavier Sparkman.
Xavier Sparkman coming to bat now for the Tigers. 2 outs now, runner at second. Right off the pipe for strike one. Good pitch there by Segrist. Segrist comes set and delivers his next pitch. Actually, he feigned and gonna keep G. Lewis at second base honest. Oh, 0-1 on Sparkman. Swung on and missed for strike two. By the way, forgot to mention Corey Myers, Higginbotham Insurance on the first pitch earlier. My apologies, Corey. Definitely want to appreciate all of our sponsors here on BSPN as Sparkman awaits the 0-2 from Segrist. And going to check his runner and drive him back to second base once again. And the 0-2 to Sparkman. Lewis goes way outside for ball one, and Lewis going to steal second, or steal third, rather. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on Sparkman. Now G. Lewis moving over to third base for the Tigers. Segrist delivers. Swung on and missed and gets another Buffkin dozer strikeout to end the frame. Going to the bottom of the second. Bears lead 4-0. This is BSPN, the Bear Sports Network.
Leading off the bottom of the second for West Lincoln, number 1, Jackson Smith.
Bottom of the second inning getting underway here in Flea Hop as Jackson Smith gets things started for West Lincoln. Smith reached on a walk his last time up and also scored one of the Bears' runs as he takes his first pitch for strike one. Next one. Got it on the outside, on the inside corner rather, for strike two. So 0-2 count now on Smith. And that was going to be low for ball one. Jalen Lewis still on the mound for McComb. And he delivers the 1-2. Put into play over to left center, right center rather. And this was going to get past the glove of Sparkman. Smith rounding first, going to second. Actually, he's going to third after Sparkman had trouble picking up the ball. So he's going to reach third on the error. And that'll bring up Brody Dillon.
Now batting for West Lincoln, number 18, Brody Dillon.
So that'll bring up Brody Dillon with a runner at third base. Nobody out as of yet, so good position here for West Lincoln. Brody reaching on a walk his last time up. And going to foul this one to the backstop. So 0-1 count now on Dillon. Robert Waldrop on deck for the Bears. Great job there by Smith early in the last at bat, reaching on that, taking advantage of that error to put himself at third base for West Lincoln. Lewis delivers. That's going to be low and inside for ball one. 1-1 count now on Dillon. And the next pitch coming. After checking his runner at third, Lewis delivers. And Brody going to foul tip this one. So to count 1-2 on Dillon. Swung on and missed for strike three. That'll bring up Robert Waldrop.
Next up for the Bears, number 10, Robert Waldrop.
So Bob coming to the plate now. Reached earlier and got an RBI. Or actually it was a sack last time up. Bobbled over there at first. That's going to score Smith. So Waldrop going to reach on the error.
Now batting for West Lincoln, number 21, Trent Davis.
So Trent Davis coming to the box now for West Lincoln, runner at first. As the Bears now lead 5-0 over McComb. One out here in the bottom of the second. Pitcher going to take a time out there. And the pitch. Waldrop going to go to second. Started going even before the pitch. So now runner at second for West Lincoln. 1-0 count now on Davis. Davis scoring a run his last time up. The 1-0. Waiting on Lewis. Foul tip there for strike one. Oh, throw to second. Nearly picked off Waldrop. Very close there. And mishandled catch there. Everybody, Waldrop going to stay put. Count still 1-1. And he delivers. Swung on and missed for strike 2. So Davis now facing a 1-2 count. Trying to, ideally, he'd probably love to trade places with Waldrop there at second base. And the 1-2. Swung on and fouled. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now is the count. Got Dawson Smith on deck. Number 6, Dawson Smith. I have to differentiate because we have 2. The 1-2. That one's going to be inside for ball 2. 2-2 now, the count. The 2-2. Way inside. Going to move Waldrop over to third on the wild pitch. I thought maybe Davis had gotten hit, but umpire indicating a full count, so that's what we'll go with. Payoff pitch coming from Lewis. That was going to be high and outside. So that sends Davis down to first.
Now batting number 6, Dawson Smith.
Dawson Smith coming to bat now with runners at the corners. Scored a run his last time up, or ended up scoring a run in the last inning. Davis going to go to second. And Smith takes his first pitch for a ball. So runners in scoring position for the Bears. 1 out now. The 1-0 coming from Lewis. That one's in there for strike 1. Lewis getting his sign, checks his runners. And that's going to be a dead ball. And Smith's going to wear that one and trot down to first base.
Now batting number 12, Kason Lofton.
Kason Lofton coming to the plate now. Reached on a walk his last time up. Bases loaded with 1 out. And first pitch just high for ball 1. And that's going to nip the outside corner for strike 1. Next one going to be in there for ball 2. 2-1 now, the count on Lofton. Lewis delivers the 2-1. That was going to be right at the knees, but over the plate. 2-2 now, and count on Lofton. The other Dawson Smith on deck. The 2-2 going to be fouled back. Bears lead 5-0, 1 out. Or nobody out, rather. No, there is 1 out. And that one's going to be just inside. Count full. One out, bases juiced. Here in the bottom of the second, Lewis delivers. Swung on and missed. That'll bring up the second out of the inning.
Now batting number 19, Dawson Smith.
Dawson Smith coming to the plate now. The other Dawson Smith, number 19, the third baseman. Reaching on a walk his last time up. First pitch taken for ball one. 2 outs now in the inning. Bases are loaded. That was also going to be a ball. 2-0. And the next one swung on and missed for strike one. And the 2-1 coming from Lewis. That was in there for strike two. Even count at 2-2. Deuce is wild with 2 outs. And the 2-2, that's put into play over towards short. And it should be an easy play over to second, and it is, and that's going to do it. As the Bears not able to capitalize on loaded bases. Still lead 5-0 going to the top of the third. This is BSPN, the Bear Sports Network.
Leading off for the Tigers, number 2, Travis White.
Top of the third inning, Travis White leading things off for McComb as he takes his first pitch for ball one. And had to have time for just a moment. The 1-0. That's going to be foul tip for strike one. White, the leading batter in batting average for the Tigers, batting .600 on the year so far, and also leading in pretty much every other offensive category for the Tigers. Swung on and missed for strike two. Batting average for White, by the way, .600. So he'll look to keep that going here as he faces 1 and 2. And that one going to be high and outside for ball two. 2 and 2 now. Got him on strike three. Buffkin Dozer strikeout there for Ben Segrist.
Now batting number 8, Jeremiah Johnson.
That'll bring up Jeremiah Johnson with 1 out. First pitch in there for strike one. And the 0-1. That's fouled away for strike two. And that one going to be fouled right into Dylan's glove for the second out.
Now batting for McComb, number 5, Antonio Dyson.
That brings up Antonio Dyson as the Tigers have finally gotten through their lineup. One at bat earlier, failed to reach. Takes his first pitch for ball one on a wild pitch. Bears lead 5-0, 2 outs here in the top of the third. And that's going to be fouled for strike one. So 2 gone, nobody on for the Tigers. Next pitch. That one going to be fouled away over toward the softball field for strike two. And that one's going to be outside for ball two. Speaking of softball, they're in action in Meadville tonight against the Franklin County Lady Bulldogs. Next one outside to fill up the count. And leading currently 3-1 over the Lady Bulldogs. Payoff pitch coming. Put into play. Over toward Davis at second. Going to make the throw to first with no problem. And that's going to do it for the top of the third frame. All right, going to the bottom of the third. Bears up next. 5-0 your score. This is BSPN, the Bear Sports Network.
BSPN is a production of Strangely Warmed Media. To learn more, visit our website at strangelywarmed.media.
BSPN.
Welcome back to Bears baseball here on BSPN, the Bears Sports Network, as Trey Merritt taking his turn at leading off things for the Bears. He's reached on a walk, also has an RBI to his credit, as the Bears lead 5-0 here as we kick off the bottom of the third. Merritt going to take his first pitch for strike one. 0-1 now on Merritt. And delivers. Swung on and missed for strike two. Ben Segrist on deck for West Lincoln. The 0-2. And that one's going to be in there for ball one. And next one going to be strike three.
Now batting number 23, Ben Segrist.
So Ben Segrist coming to the plate now, looking to avenge his 2 strikeouts that he's had on the day. One out, nobody on for the Bears. First pitch to Segrist. Gonna foul that one back. And the 0-1. That to come from Lewis, and he comes set and delivers. High for ball one. Some of the McComb fans didn't agree with that strike zone, but from where I said it looked a little high. 1-1. Swung on and missed there for strike two. One out, 1 ball, 2 strikes on Segrist. And the pitch, put into play, hit deep to left center, folks. This one is out of here.
Go look for that one on Jackson Liberty Road. It is out of here. Home run, Ben Segrist.
So Ben Segrist going yard yet again for West Lincoln, his 3rd round tripper of the year. So Bears now off to a 6-0 lead. Boy, he got all of that one. Woo!
Now batting number 1, Jackson Smith.
Smith's going to take his first pitch for ball one. 1 for 1 officially has reached on a walk, also scored 2 runs for the Bears. It is West Lincoln leading 6-0. And next pitch going to be in there for another ball, 2-0. Brody Dillon on deck. That was high for ball 3. 3-0 count now on Smith. Well, when Segrist was up in the last at bat, he was looking to avenge those 2 strikeouts. I'd say he did it. And actually, in the 3 years that I've been involved with West Lincoln baseball, that's the first round tripper I've seen hit out of this park. First one I've gotten to see personally, actually, is Smith. Next pitch on the outside corner for strike one. It was a game I couldn't be at last year, and I don't remember who it was, but somebody hit a home run, and I Hated I couldn't be there that game I had to miss last year.
Next up for the Bears, number 18, Brody Dillon.
That brings up Brody Dillon. Reached on a walk, had a strikeout as well. So Dillon would also like to improve on the day. As Smith goes from second and nearly got thrown out. Well, that was close. McComb fans thought they had him, and I'll be honest, that was a very, very close throw. Smith barely making it to second, barely beating the throw. Count 0-1 on Dillon. The 0-1. That one's on the outside corner for strike two. So runner at second base, Brody Dillon looking to take advantage of it. Love to score another run for the Bears, facing an 0-2 count now. Swung on and missed for strike three. So 2 outs now for the Bears.
Now batting number 10, Robert Waldrop.
So that'll bring up Robert Waldrop now. 2 RBIs on the day. Reached on a walk. Or I'm sorry, has not reached on a walk. And first pitch. Almost a half swing. And catcher wanted a check swing but didn't get one there. So 1-0 the count. Smith taking advantage of the confusion, going to third. And McComb coach out here pleading his case. Swing was kind of on the border, but I think he held back enough to call it a ball. It was close, though. I'll give that. Smith moved over to third base during the discombobulation as the ball was still live. Nobody called time. Next pitch taken for ball 2. So 2-0 the count now on Waldrop. Next one going to be upstairs for ball 3. Trent Davis on deck for the Bears. 3-0 is the count on Waldrop. Runner at third. And the pitch coming for Lewis. Thought he got him on the outside corner, but a little low.
Next up for the Bears, number 21, Trent Davis.
Trent Davis awaiting his turn at bat. Reached on the walks, also scored a run. 2 gone here in the bottom of the third. West Lincoln off to a 6-0 lead. Runners at first and third. Lewis comes set and delivers for the Tigers. Waldrop going to go from first. Going to make the throw. Smith on the mishandled throw, going to score from third. So both runners move. Bears get another run. Count 1-0. So runner still at second base as the Bears now lead 7-0 over McComb. Gonna check Waldrop over at second. Next pitch, put into play, grounder over towards short. That's going to get past him. Coach Gilbert's waving Waldrop on from third. Throw at the plate. Tag is going to miss. And meanwhile, Trent Davis getting a stand-up double. McComb fans did not like that at all, but nonetheless, looked like from here he didn't make contact.
Now batting number 6, Dawson Smith.
And McComb coach once again going to come out and plead his case to the home plate umpire. Throw was pretty much right there, but it looks like the catcher did miss the tag. I couldn't tell that he made contact. So the Bears now off to an 8-0 lead with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. First pitch to Smith, going to be in there for a ball. Smith scoring a run for the Bears today. The 1-0, low and outside for ball 2. So Smith awaiting the 2-0. And that was in there for strike 1. 2-1 to count. 2 balls, 1 strike on Smith. Swung on, hit well to center field. That's going to be close. And the catch is made. That's going to do it for the third out of the inning. Good catch out there by Dyson. Out in center field for the Tigers. But the damage is done as West Lincoln now leads 8-0. This is BSPN, the Bear Sports Network. Top of the fourth getting underway here for
now batting number 3, Kenmar Page.
Kenmar Page coming to the plate for the Tigers with an 0-1 count. Gonna square around the butt. That one gonna be in the zone for strike 2. That one's gonna be just outside the zone for ball 1. Seeger is still on the mound for the Bears. Gonna foul that one back. Count remains 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on Page. And Page gets his second strikeout of the day.
Now batting for McComb, number 1, Jalen Lewis.
Jalen Lewis making his way to the plate now for the Tigers. Strikeout on the day and his only official at bat. 1 out now, nobody on for McComb. And that's going to be inside for ball one. A little bit high as well. Right at the knees for strike two. 1-1 to count. And delivers, going to make that ball two. Contact made. That's going to go foul, though. Count now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2. Bouncer over toward, going to be fielded by the second baseman, and Lewis is going to reach. So credit him with a single. Believe that's McComb's first hit of the day.
Next up for McComb, number 4, Maris Gatlin.
Morris Gatlin. One out now, 1 on for the Tigers. Going to check him over at first. Segrist is, and Lewis will get back in time. Yeah, that was McComb's first hit of the day. Gatlin had 1 at bat. Another throw over to first. Going to be safe once again. Third throw over to first by Segrist. Lewis back safely once again. No count now on Gatlin. Lewis is going to go as the next pitch is in there for a ball. Or in the outside of the zone, rather, for a ball. So Lewis going to advance to second. And the 1-0 right at the pipe for strike one. So 1-0 count. And Seager's going to feint a throw over to second. The 1-1. That one's going to be fouled back. The count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes on Gatlin. The 1-2. That was going to be popped up. Shallow right center. Possibly a trouble ball. Quinn going to make the catch for the second out. Lewis going to move to third.
Now batting number 6, G. Lewis.
So 2 outs now for G. Lewis with a runner at third. And that was going to be high and outside for ball 1. One and 0. Well, going to be a little inside and high as well for ball 2. The 2-0. Swung on and missed for strike 1. In softball in action, just in the top of the 3rd inning. Still leading Franklin County 3-2. So little bit of a barn burner going on over in Meadville tonight. Next pitch fouled away. Deuce is wild, 2-2 with 2 outs. And the next pitch coming from Segrist. That one's outside to fill the count. And the payoff pitch from Segrist. This one hit over towards right, toward Josh Quinn. Gets under it, makes the catch. And that's going to do it for the top of the 4th. So we'll be back in just a moment as the Bears have their turn at bat. This is BSPN, the Bear Sports Network.
Leading off for the Bears, number 12, Kason Lofton.
Bottom of the 4th getting underway here is Kason Lofton going to lead things off for West Lincoln as they lead 8-0. First pitch going to be in there for strike 1. Welcome back, Chris C.
Yeah, back from the Booster Club meeting.
Yeah, I hate you had to miss
I know,
Segrist
sounds like
home run.
sound like I missed a couple innings of good baseball there.
Yeah, that pitch was kind of inside in my opinion, but 0-2 now the count. Yeah, 3rd inning was great for the Bears. Next one in there or out of the zone rather, for ball 1. Next pitch from Lewis, way outside. That'll leave it up in 2-2. Yeah, he hit it probably somewhere out toward the trees.
Really?
I didn't see it land while it was still within shot of the light, so it had to be toward those pine trees, over toward the Grizzly Trail. The 2-2. That one's going to be low as well to fill up the count. Tigers sticking with Lewis here in the 4th.
Little high and inside think Kaysen thought he could get a bat on that one.
So that'll bring up Dawson Smith.
Now batting number 19, Dawson Smith.
Smith awaiting his first pitch. Delivers.
They them tailed off a little bit. Not quite in the zone.
Actually, Tigers did make a
Yeah, I was gonna say
make a pitching change. That's Travius White there on the mound.
No, I don't think is it.
Yeah, it's number 2.
Oh, okay. I was looking at the number on the. I was looking at this number too. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I was
Yeah.
saying,
No,
Jonathan, that clearly says Page.
no, it's right there.
Okay. Yeah.
It's the next pitch from White. Yeah, sorry I didn't catch that a moment ago. 2-1 now the count on Smith. Smith reached on a walk, also has an RBI on the day. Swings on his next pitch for strike 2. You know, we were talking during the break, Chris. A lot of these guys are like they've really been hitting the weight room.
Yeah, I think a lot of these guys playing multiple sports and just their. I think a lot of the coaches are on board with their athletes getting in the weight room, and you can tell it's paid off. Some of these guys, you can tell they bulked up a little bit from last season, and of course a lot of these guys, younger as they get a little older, they do fill out a little bit more. But you can definitely tell that. I guess the coaches and then maybe Coach Ball's weight program has been paying off.
Now batting number 20, Trey Merritt.
Yeah, Coach Johnny Lane Ball did announce he was resigning as football coach, but has stayed on, of course, through the rest of the year. He's still working with these guys in the weight room and doing a great job, I got to say.
Yeah, he's got a great passion and a knack for that. Definitely from his years of experience and he's been great for West Lincoln, especially for these guys in the weight room side of things. So
he's definitely going to be missed, but we're looking forward to new football coach B.J. Smithart getting started here.
Yeah, Smithart's coming back. Smithart, we had him a couple years ago, and I think he's looking forward to getting back in the driver's seat over here at West Lincoln.
High fly ball to left field. That's going to be caught by Bolton. That'll be the second out of the inning. Actually, that was a third out. I'm sorry. How did I miss that? That's what I get. All right, so we're going to go to the 5th. West Lincoln up 8-0. This is BSPN, the Bear Sports Network. We're live now, though, Chris. Sorry about that. And first pitch to Terrence Bolton. Going to be in there I keep saying in there when I want to say a ball. When I get sick, I get brain fog real bad, and I'm still kind of feeling some lingering effects of being under strep throat last week and part of this week. And
I think Bolton wanted to bunt that ball and square it up, and then I think it scared him. I maybe should have worn that one and taken his base, but
The count now, 2 balls, 1 strike on Bolton. Bolton making that catch out in left field.
It's easier
a few
for
minutes
us
ago.
easier for us to sit up here and say, maybe you should have worn that one. And we're not down there having to wear it, Jonathan. You know,
Exactly.
Our 17, 18-year-old selves, maybe we could have worn a few, but at this age, no, I'm not going to wear anything other than blue jeans and a shirt.
There you go. If I had to wear one of those pitches, I'd probably be laid up for a few days.
That's right. That's right.
So full count now on Bolton. Going to have Sparkman on deck for the Tigers. Tigers trailing 8-0 over to the Bears. Swung on and missed, and that is a Frazier Dozier strikeout for Ben Segrist.
Yeah, they like those big bruises are
Now batting, number 10, Xavier Sparkman.
those big bruises are, I get to show them off in the locker room. Look at this. Who's this?
Sparkman up for the Tigers. And struck out in his only appearance, and now he's got an 0-2 count from Segrist. And swung on 3 straight pitches for another Frazier Dozier strikeout for the Bears.
Now batting, number 2, Travis White.
Travarius. I actually don't mind getting corrected.
I know.
You know, because if I'm saying it wrong, I want to get it right.
That's right.
Hit well.
What a hit.
Over towards left center. That's going to be in there for a single. So I was telling earlier, Chris, White actually is the leading batter. He actually leads in all offensive categories for the Tigers, and we can see why.
Now batting, number 8, Jeremiah Johnson.
And going to have a runner there for White. I believe it's going to be Braylon Swington. Fouled away for strike 1.
Yeah, Johnson's got a little piece of that one. If he gets a hold of it. Got a powerful swing there.
Yeah, definitely would have gotten somewhere. He'd have gotten on base.
Yeah, big fella.
So runner at first for the Tigers. 2 away. Next one going to be fouled back. Make the count 0-2. Oh, and 2 count now on Johnson. Got Antonio Dyson on deck for McComb. Runner going. Next pitch is a ball.
Oh.
And little misthrown ball there. He's going to go to third. And it looks like he is going to make it, and he will. So, unfortunately, got to give an error to the Bears on that one. Count now 1-2 on Johnson.
Good base running by the Tigers there, keeping an eye on that ball and knowing that guy could leg that one out to third, get him in scoring position.
Yeah, he legged out that one for sure.
2 outs in the 4th here. So
Deuce is wild on the scoreboard once again. High and outside to fill it up.
yeah, Ben's just got to get this one in here and get the Bears out of this one.
And the payoff pitch. And that was going to be high and outside, and he's going to send Johnson down to first.
Now batting for the Tigers, number 5, Antonio Dyson.
So runners at first and third. Dillon going to set up his first and third defense. Two away here in the top of the 5th. Runner's going to get checked. Dyson on his 3rd at bat of the game.
Ooh, good pitch.
Yeah, it was right in there for strike 1. It was an excellent pitch there by Segrist. Runner goes from first. Next pitch going to be taken for a ball. So now 2 runners in scoring position for McComb. The 1-1. Popped up right off the handle of the bat. Segrist has no problem with that one to end it. So we'll go to the bottom of the 5th. West Lincoln still leading 8-0 as the Tigers leave 2 stranded. We'll be right back on BSPN, the Bear Sports Network.
At Alpha, our friendly hometown team understands your life and unique needs. We understand you want great insurance coverage options, an easy claims process, and excellent service, all without breaking the bank. Call Alpha Insurance Agent Chris C. at 601-684-0500 for personalized service and products that fit your needs. Chris C. Alpha Insurance McComb, proud sponsor of the West Lincoln Bears and BSPN, the Bears Sports Network.
Now batting,
Number 23, Ben Segrist.
so we're getting a little discombobulated here. Sorry about that. And Chris, we were talking about Dyson a moment ago, and maybe he's related to some baseball.
Dyson is related to Gerard Dyson. I'm going to say this is going to be a nephew, possibly. A lot of those Dysons around McComb. Gerard played for several major league teams. I had it
You mentioned the Royals, the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, let's see. He played, Kansas City for 5 or 6 years, the Mariners, Diamondbacks, the Pirates, the White Sox, and then back to the Royals again in 2021. And looks like
Chopper over to short.
career highlights, he was on the
Throw
Royals.
going to be off the mark as Segrist going to reach first on the throwing error. Running towards second. Throw not in time. Going to get past the second baseman as Segrist gets to second on the error. Sorry, Chris.
Was on the World Series team in 2015. That would have been for the Royals. So
Now batting, number 1, Jackson Smith. Well, sorry I shouted that in the ears, everybody. First pitch taken for a ball. I muted your mic, but not, not mine. Runner at second for West Lincoln after Segrist reaches on the error, reaches over at second. That was going to be inside for ball 1.
Jackson's had 1 at bat, scored 3 runs and a hit tonight.
Yeah, made it to
walked twice.
looking to continue a good on base percentage for tonight. And that was in the zone for strike 2 or strike 1. Yeah, strike 1. So 2-1 now the count on Jackson Smith. Now Brody Dillon on deck. And swung that time, make it strike 2. Count now even at 2-2. Noah had his first coach pitch practice yesterday.
How'd that go?
Went pretty good.
Good. Where they got him playing?
Well, they tried him
there.
out at several different positions yesterday. I think probably left field's going to end up being his position, at least for the time being.
Yeah, he'll get the hang of it.
He can run the base paths, man. I knew he was fast. I didn't realize he was as quick as he was last night. He turned on the Jets last night.
That's awesome.
So full count now on Smith.
I tell a lot of parents with young kids, don't blink.
Yeah.
And they told me that when I was younger, and I didn't understand what they were talking about, but I do totally understand it now.
And that's going to bring up Brody Dillon.
Now batting for the Bears, number 18, Brody Dillon.
So runners at first and second for Dillon. Nobody out here in the bottom of the fifth. And actually under the rules, if the Bears score 2 more runs, this game's over. Got Smith and Segrist on the bases for the Bears so far at first and second, respectively. And Dillon almost wore that one.
Yeah. Almost took that one in the ear hole.
I tell you, if you're going to get hit, that's probably one of the worst places to get hit.
I know.
Man. I got hit there a few times when I was playing, and that wasn't fun. It didn't feel too good, and then your ears ringing for the rest of the night. Man. So 1-0 count now on Dillon. And that was going to be high for ball 2. Coach calling out his play.
All the Bears checking the wristband.
Making sure they understand the assignment. The 2-0. That one's going to be a pass ball. Going to move the runners.
Yeah, easily come advance those runners on that one. This backstop at West Lincoln, if you hadn't watched much baseball here,
it's big.
That's
it's deep.
Right. Yeah, it's deep. And sometimes it's in the catcher's favor, and sometimes it is the catcher's worst nightmare. It depends on where it hits at and what angle it hits at.
Whether or not it takes a hop.
That's right. Sometimes it dies, and then sometimes it's like a rebound dead. It comes right back to you, so you never know what you're going to get.
3 years I've been involved with West Lincoln baseball, I've seen some wild situations because of that backstop.
Right.
Nip the outside corner for strike 1. So Dillon's still ahead in the count, 3-1. Nobody out, still 2 runners in scoring position. Game-ending run at second base in Jackson Smith. The 3-1. That one's in the dirt. And that's going to bring Segrist home.
Move Smith around to third, which will be the
that'll be the game ender right there. Got a courtesy runner going in. Ty Dice going to first.
Brody Dillon catching tonight, doing a great job, as always.
Now batting, number 10, Robert Waldrop.
Give him the opportunity to get back in the dugout and sit down and catch a breath if he has to put the gear back on and go back again.
Yeah, nobody out, so he's still got a little bit of time if it comes down to that.
Right.
So Bob at the plate now. He's had a pretty good day with 2 RBIs, run scored. Also reached on a walk. Dice Ty going to move to second. Courtesy runner there for Brody. So the Bears' next game was to be Friday, but that had to be rescheduled. So our next game, that was high for ball 2, will be Monday out at Southwest Community College taking on the North Pike Jags.
All right. I didn't know if it was Monday or Tuesday.
Well, it might be Tuesday. I have to double check.
Yeah. Either way, look forward to that. That's a beautiful facility. Southwest has done a great job with their baseball field. We were down there last year. You remember it was still under construction, and I have not been since they finished it, but I've seen some photos.
I've been by it. It's beautiful.
Yeah, they did.
I drove through there the other night.
Great job on that facility down there. Southwest Community College, of course, I went there, and it's a great atmosphere, and it's a great step for kids to go, leaving high school.
And that was in the zone for strike one. They've already given us the go-ahead to live stream, so that game will be live on BSPN.
Yeah, I'll be there for that one. Like I said, it's a great atmosphere for baseball for sure. So.
Absolutely. 3-1 now on Bob. That's going to be in the dirt for ball 4.
And that tournament gives the coaching staff there at Southwest an opportunity to look at a lot of these guys.
Now batting number 21, Trent Davis.
That brings a lot of the area schools around and gets them in front of those coaches at Southwest. They can look at some talent they may be interested in. It gives them a couple days to look at them, and I think they do I think the coaches do take advantage of that. Not to put any unwanted stress on these guys, but.
Yeah, hit him.
That's going to walk
and
in.
That should, it's going to walk in a run, and that's going to do it. As your West Lincoln Bears give 2. Hold on, let me do my thing on the PA, and then I'll talk about what this means here in a moment. First win of the year for the Bears, and first loss of the year for the Tigers.
Yeah, great win for the Bears here, showing out at home tonight to get that first click in the W column. And against an undefeated team, that's going to be a great confidence booster for these guys.
Your West Lincoln Bears just secured their first win of the year by defeating the McComb Tigers 10-0. Next up for West Lincoln, they'll be out at Southwest Community College facing the North Pike Jags next week. Thanks for coming out to the ballpark. Have a safe trip home. We appreciate you coming out to Flea Hop and supporting your West Lincoln Bears.
All right, so by request of one of the coaches, we're playing Tessie from the Boston Red Sox. Look, it was Coach King that asked for Tessie if they won tonight. So I'm doing that for Coach King. All right. So like we said, yeah, I can't believe I have to check if this Monday. Let me check on Game Changer real quick. We don't have to sign off right away.
Yeah, it's Monday or Tuesday one.
Yeah, I'm pulling up Game Changer right now, and that is going to be. Actually, they got an away game on Saturday. I forgot about that. They're going to be at Franklin County on Saturday. Game against the Jags is Monday.
Okay.
Monday.
We don't have it on the streaming schedule.
Oh, did I not put it on there?
Yeah. March 6th, Tylertown.
Well, I sure didn't mean to leave that off. I apologize.
That's what I was looking back at.
But yeah, Bears will be away on Saturday at Franklin County. And then North Pike is who they'll face on Monday. Early first pitch time, 9 o'clock.
Yeah. Going to be a good time for baseball.
Yeah, and then they'll enjoy the rest of the spring break.
I know it's going to be a rainy weekend, but that field down there, they won't have any trouble getting it ready for 9 o'clock Monday morning there. So hopefully the rain will be pushed on out Sunday. So
yeah, I believe so.
It's going to be a little sadness for the spring breakers getting the week started off, with rain there. But I think that that'll push on out for Monday start baseball. So
absolutely. All right, so thank you very much, Gavin Evans, for running the cameras. Appreciate you as always, and Chris, appreciate you being up here and sharing your wisdom.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry I had to leave there for a little bit for Booster Club, but had to take care of that as well. So.
Absolutely. So, all right, thank you very much for joining us here on BSP. I want to shout out our sponsors once again, Chris C. Alpha Insurance McComb, Pike National Bank, Franklin Ready Mix, as well as Wilson Timber, Corey Myers of Higginbotham Insurance, and Buffkin Dozier. I think I kept saying Frazier. I meant Buffkin. I apologize.
You said it right when you told me Buffkin.
Did I? Okay,
yeah,
I think I might have said it wrong 1 or 2 times.
Yeah.
And if the folks at Buffkin are listening or watching, I apologize for that. It's the brain fog.
That's right.
It is real with me. Y'all just ask my wife. All right, so appreciate your support. Appreciate you being here. We'll talk to you Monday night or Monday morning, rather, live from Southwest here on BSPN, the Bear Sports Network. Good night.
Thanks for joining us on BSPN. Find our schedule of games at bspn.live.